Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. I have my Fairy Loot Kingdom of the Wicked mug. And as you may have noticed, we have some changes here. So sorry if the camera's a little off. I'm still kind of trying to adjust to the new space. But we added the bookshelf that I've been trying to add or talking about adding for a while. So we added a bookshelf here and a bookshelf on the other side with my other two bookshelves in between because the walls that we have and stuff won't fit another bookshelf. And our house is pretty old, historic kind of, so it doesn't really accommodate a big wall of bookshelves anywhere really. But we figured out this was the best solution, so I got this guy, and I couldn't find something that matched, so I decided if it can't match like perfectly, then it's gonna just be offset a little bit. And I like how it looks, but yeah, that's this new setup. So I'm adjusting to it, you're adjusting to it, but welcome to the new setup. But today's video is going to be my September TBR. And you know how this goes. This is going to be going over all of the books that I'm planning on reading in September. I'm trying to currently film a couple of videos to put up for you guys because I need to do some filming because I'm going to be out of town on vacation. So let's just get into it. So the books that I'm planning on reading in September, this first one is one that I've already started. I started in August, and I usually try to have a physical read while I'm listening to all of my audiobooks, and my audiobooks go way faster than my physical reads. So I actually started this one in August, and I'm just going to be continuing it until it's finished, and it may take through September. I may finish it in September. I don't know, but it's going to be on my TBR for September, and that is We Could Be Villains by Megan McClell. And this is on my 23 for 2023 challenge. So obviously I have to get to it anyway, but this is the Unplugged book box edition, I believe. Anyway, so I'm going to be reading this. Essentially, you're following a fangirl. So think of like the Marvel universe and just being really obsessed with it, being a fangirl. I'm a fangirl of Marvel, more so Star Wars, but you get what I'm saying. So she's like a fangirl. She knows everything about it. She loves the characters. And then she kind of ends up finding out that it's actually all real. And the film studios are just playing it off as fake, but they're actually all real superheroes, and they're actually all real like spies. Government agency type of a situation, which means the villain is also real, and he finds her and kind of blackmails her into helping him. And I think I'm 100 pages in at this point, and I really, really like it. It's just like very much a me thing. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now that says Team Whoever the Villain Is from Book Babe Designs. So, you know, this is absolutely my vibe, and I'm really, really liking it. It is YA, so it's not like spicy, at least not that I've found. So if you're looking for that, probably need to look somewhere else, but I'm loving it so far, and I have hope because it does say book 1 that there will be more books, even though I don't really know how it ends. Anyway, this is the first book on my TBR that I am currently reading. The next one is also in my 23 for 2023 challenge, and that is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. I just had interest in this from years ago because somebody said that if you shipped Elena and the Darkling together in Shadow and Bone, that you would like this book. And that's the entire reason I got into this series and wanted to read it. And I still haven't. So it's on my challenge for this year, so hopefully I can get to this. That's really all I know about it, that it's also kind of Russian inspired. It's very bloody? I'm not really sure. I think it has a lot to do with blood magic, so it is very kind of like graphic, gory, bloody. And that she has some secret abilities. It says let them fear her, and that it's supposed to be a ship of the Darkling and Elena. Really all I know about it, and truly all the reason I wanted to read it. The next one I got, which I just got in the mail actually, is the Fairy Loot edition of Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. This is book 2 in the Only a Monster series duology. The first book is Only a Monster, and I really enjoyed Only a Monster, and I'm anxious to get to the second book, so I got this in the mail and I'm gonna read it. And it is, I can't really tell you what it's about, I guess, but the first one is essentially you're following the main character who finds out that her family is a family of monsters, and the boy that she likes is a monster hunter, and how they navigate that. And the way they're monsters is if you activate your ability and you touch somebody, you can take some of their life, and then you can teleport yourself to a different time, space, whatever. It's a really interesting system. I really enjoyed the first book, and I'm anxious to continue because I think I read the last one in January, so it's been a hot second since I've been in this world. And I remember they like went back to like the 90s, and so there's a lot of 90s vibes going on, and I really enjoyed it. The ending I did not expect, and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go from here. So, Never a Hero. The next one is also in my 23 for 2023 challenge, and that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This has been a book that it's been on my radar for forever. I've wanted to read it for a really long time because I've heard that it's really good, that it's got a lot of morally gray characters. It's a female warrior in a war. My husband read it. He said he thinks that I'm gonna love it. So I'm very anxious to get to this, but I just haven't yet. So I would like to get to it in September if I can. On the front, it says they trained her for a war. She intends to end it. I know it's got magic. I know it's morally gray. I know it deals with a lot of the morally gray aspects of war. And that's all I know because it's been so long since I put it on my TBR, like just original TBR. So hoping I can get to this. If you've read this, tell me what you think. I know people love it. I feel like people either really love it or they really don't like it that much, or it's too dark for them. I think I'm gonna love it. We'll see. The next one I kind of threw in here because I've heard really good things about it. It piqued my interest. I was game, but people have blown up about it. Kind of how people have blown up about Fourth Wing, not as much. But it made me more intrigued to get to it sooner, and that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I feel like Rebecca Ross is one of those authors that I've seen her books, I've been interested in her books, but for some reason, nothing has caught me enough to start them immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to read them, but I just didn't. Like A River Enchanted or whatever. I want to read it. I haven't. I've heard good things about it, but haven't picked it up. Haven't bought it. Haven't whatever. So I feel like I just need to give her a shot, and this is the time to do it because I do have this edition from Fairy Loot. So I don't know a lot about this either. It says no god, no war, no one can come between them. I think there's something magical. I know this has magic, and I don't remember. Let me see. When two rival journalists find love through a magical connection, their fate depends on their facing the depths of hell together. I feel like that's a hooking phrase. That's all you really need. I've just heard really great things about it. I've heard that the romance is great, that the cliffhanger is insane, and just overall that people are just like really into this book. So I'm interested. I'm gonna find out what people are talking about. I'm curious to see how I think of it. So this one's on deck also. I also have probably way too many books on this said TBR, and we'll just see how many I can get through. The next one is one of my anticipated releases, and it is Foxglove by Adeline Grace. So I read Belladonna. I really liked it. I at first was kind of hesitant on it, but the more the story developed and the things that happened, I thought were really cool and really crazy. It's very gothic, a little bit of horror, not really magic. She's got like some inability to die. There's just some really cool aspects to this. She also has heterochromia, so she's got 2 different colored eyes, which I think is cool. The first one I really liked. Like I said, you're dealing with a character who can see death, who is a character personified, and he cannot kill her, she cannot die, and so there's just kind of this like weird relationship they develop, even when she's like very young. He's just like, why won't you die? You're a different breed, kind of a thing. So, and it leads into all of these mysteries unraveling and kind of like a murder mystery aspect, which I really enjoy. And the cliffhanger on this was pretty intense, and you don't know kind of where the story is going to go from there. So I have a feeling it's going to get a lot deeper, a lot crazier, and I'm interested in finding out what happens, and I would like to get to it soon because I want to know what happens, like I said. So absolutely Foxglove. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It's got the like reddish, pinkish hardcover instead of the white. I got it because I got the other one and I wanted it to match, even though I'm going to get the Fairy Loot edition too, but Foxglove. And the next one is one that I am putting on here because I started the audiobook last night because I finished another one, and last night was August 31st. So it's kind of on here because I started it, and it came up on my Libby app, so I had put it on hold at my library. It came up, I rented it, so I only have like 15 days or something to finish it, which is plenty of time. With all these other books, I'm not sure how it's gonna go, which is okay. And that is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I read The Love Hypothesis and really enjoyed it. It was surprising how much I enjoyed it because I'm not a contemporary person. I don't really like contemporary romance, but I really enjoyed the STEM aspects and the feministic aspects that were coming from that. And I've heard great things about it, and other people have said like they don't like contemporary romance, but they like this series, and I understand why. So I picked up book 2 because I think I'll enjoy it. I also really like the character because she's got like piercings and dyed hair and some tattoos. She's kind of like an alt girl. And she's in like the neurology side of STEM. So I thought that was really cool, and I vibe with that. So She's going to NASA. She's working with her person. What's his name? Levi. She's working with Levi. And she thinks Levi hates her. He thinks she's repulsive. I'm sure he does not. I gotta get my dog Scritches while he's here. But I feel like it's that kind of a dynamic. It's a pretty common trope, but I like the way Allie Hazelwood writes. She's pretty funny. And I like the differences. And I just like that it's feministic STEM. I like it. I don't know what to say. So hopefully I like this one also. I like that it's more neurology. It's different. It's like, it's not psychology. It's more of the study of the brain. And she's working with NASA to develop this like helmet. Pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm hoping I like this one just as much. Excuse you. And we'll see how that goes. And even though there are way too many books on this TBR, and there's probably no way I'm gonna finish them, we're also gonna do a shelf pick because I have to every month. Finish it or not, we gotta do it. So we're still gonna do the shelf pick. Lord help me with this TBR. I'm scared. Okay, I got Dance with the Fae Prince. Uno momento. Hopefully this one's easy to finish. So I got Dance with the Fae Prince by Elise Kova. This is a Married to Magic novel. This is the second book in that series. They're all standalones, but you know how it goes. So basically the bride, as all of these are, they're kind of like forced marriage tropes, but she is bought, but she doesn't know that she's bought by a Fae Prince to be his wife. She doesn't think love is possible. I'm sure he's gonna try to change her mind or will change her mind. And while all of this is happening, there's obviously some dangerous undertones where people are kind of trying to attempt on her life. So this has been on my shelf pick before, and I didn't get to it, so hopefully I can get to it this time because maybe this book is just a little bit cursed. I'm so sorry. He's very needy right now. So hopefully I can get to that, but that is the last book on my September TBR. I'm just gonna have to finish this video out with him on my lap or we're just never gonna get it done. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading in September. Let me know what the books you're planning on reading in September are, or if you have any opinions on the ones that I'm trying to read. If you have read them and you liked them, or if you just read them and have thoughts and opinions to share with me, I would love to know. Hopefully I can get to most of these books, if not all of them. I think it's a little ambitious of me, but I'm just really excited about all of these books. So hopefully I can get to them, but we'll see. But as for now, that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.